keeper. Them for burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot put no zeros.
Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, mayday. Bubbles and these models are.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Let's go, defense.
Detroit! Detroit!
What's that? Check 50, check 50.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Back to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
McKinnon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
third down. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
Shift! Check 24, check 24.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's McKinnon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Gun!
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Toss play to McKinnon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge. Now back to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass. And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Gold is able to put it through. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Looking right sideline, that's complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Roethlisberger. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing.
I
love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
319. 319.
They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down. So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all. Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it. It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. On second down, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd and 4. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game. Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds Cook. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Carlson now to kick this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Check.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he powers his way up past the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Snickers, 66.
On 2nd down, Cook. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Show that bench where we should go. Solid, 5 down.
Starting the third quarter with Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
No spacing. 8, 8, 8, 8. 24.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 more there and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Like 80. Snickers, got to spin. Snickers, 66. These 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They come out here in the I. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Carlson now to kick this one away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Gone! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 down.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll drop the throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And this is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Jack 16. Hey. Snickers.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Snickers, 66.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Stills the intended target.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Gold is able to put it through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings.
Snickers! Snickers! Snickers, you gotta spin! 8! 8! 8! 8!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Set! 230! Baby!
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
Lucky 56.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Niners on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Stills over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gone!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Focus. These two.
A give. This is Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here we go. Jack 16. Hey, slow down. Whirl! Switch.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, a 22. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Let's go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
King. Heat these two.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
No, check, Patriot. No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now back to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Jack 16. Set. White 80. 44. I got it. Check. Crunch.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. They'll try and start this drive in the air, and his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone! 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 Gone!
They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Black 99 Philly, here we go! Hurry up, here we go!
Now McKinnon, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game.
Blue. Bad. I'm out of here, man. Gang. I make a splash, okay? Fill up a stash, okay? I'm in my bag, okay? Don't make me mad, okay? We got attached, okay? We made a match, okay? I spent the stack, okay? Double tracks, okay? I'm in all black, okay? I drink on, okay? I got a sack, okay? I can't relax, okay? I'm paranoid, okay? I'm schizophrenic, okay? Shot when I land, okay? I'm in Japan, okay? I play with bands, okay? And had the man, okay? Exotic, okay? That's a ran, okay? Told my little monster, go slide through there, okay? No torso, in face, nobody safe, okay? That's the realest talk. Told you I'm the best. I got special clothes, diamonds on my chest, lighting up in the dark. Whoa. Counting up a check.
Right now.
I'm so
Right now.
this the way we ball.
Free break game.
Now, hey, ride with a boys on skates, cranberry rave. I took your without a trace. Dose, I concentrate, don't make me blank, okay?
Okay.
I get in that zone and mode for real. I broke the bank, okay?
Big bag.
All blue hundreds, them Buffalo Bills.
I work too hard, okay? In the jaw, okay? It's raw, okay? What you saw, okay? Can't witness shots, okay? They get you, okay? Ain't got no laws, okay? Okay?
Come take this, okay? A star, okay?
Right man.
Break down the, okay?
Roll up.
The car, okay? Go yard the bag, okay?
Build up.
3-story pad, okay?
Live up.
Run through some cash, okay?
Full fat.
I got that bad, okay?
I'm on this, okay? I'm on the flight, okay? I'm on G6, okay? Forever lit, okay? Okay, I like the trick, okay? Okay, my blood, okay? I make a splash, okay? Fill up a stash, okay? I'm in my bag, okay? Don't make me mad, okay? She got attached, okay? She made a match, okay? I spent the stack, okay? Double tracks, okay? I'm in a black, okay? I drink on, okay? Got a sack, okay? Can't relax, okay? I'm paranoid, okay? I'm schizophrenic, okay? Shot when I land, okay? I'm in Japan, okay?
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, gang? Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones that don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it my block. New Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones that don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back that like a pogo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down to Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Ain't been friends with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I like Mexico. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I'm spending the game in my rain. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you're not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' with rocks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big bands like Sasquatch. Every time you shit, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that check-in to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones that don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The odds on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I died. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fucky with too groovy, you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call, for real. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. Four braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay mom's a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some Kenneth, keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire. I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but I promise you'll see a brighter me. I'm sorry. To all my supporters, man, I love y'all. I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one. You don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway. I came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God, then me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. And I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew up right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up. Round blew up. Copped that new rape from them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to the booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew up right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.